The Jets are about to play their first game of the season against the Carolina Panthers. So can we stop Christian McCaffrey in the Panthers offense? And more importantly, can we get the win? Find out in today's video. Now before we get into the preview, I want to go over some essential game information. So the Jets are going to be playing the Panthers in Bank of America Stadium in North Carolina. 1 p.m. The game will be broadcasted on CBS. It's not going to be broadcasted nationally, so if you want to watch the game, you either have to be in Bank of America Stadium, you either have to have DirecTV's NFL Sunday Ticket or the NFL's Game Pass, or if you want to watch it on your TV without any extensions, you have to be in the New York, New Jersey area, or in the Charlotte area. And heading into this game, the Jets are 5-point underdogs. Find out how you should bet at the end of today's video. Can the Jets defense stop the Panthers offense, which features Christian McCaffrey, Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, Terrence Marshall, and former Jet Sam Darnold? One of the biggest mismatches in today's game is going to be the Panthers receivers against the Jets' young and inexperienced secondary. I mean, we're starting 2 second-year guys and 1 rookie. The 2 second-year guys, one was picked in the 5th round, one was undrafted, and one of the rookies are going to be starting was either picked in the 5th round, the 6th round, or was undrafted. So yes, that is a huge mismatch, and one might think that Darnold's going to throw for 500 yards because the Jets secondary sucks. But that person is wrong because of 2 reasons. Number 1, Sam Darnold just isn't a good player. Yes, I believe he's going to turn around his career in Carolina, but his game is not going to have changed that much in week 1. The player we saw in week 17 last season is most likely going to be the player we saw in week 1. And if you don't remember, that player wasn't exactly good. Reason number 2, the Panthers offensive line is one of the worst in the NFL, and they're currently starting Deontay Brown, their backup right guard, because their starter is currently on the COVID list. And the Jets have one of the best defensive lines in the NFL, so Darnold's going to be on his feet the entire game. He's going to be throwing a ton of passes out of bounds, a ton of inaccurate passes, and is going to be sacked quite a lot. I mean, the Jets might have 5 sacks in the game. I mean, that's not even a hot take. That's legit what might happen. So yeah, while our cornerbacks are young and inexperienced, I still think we're not going to have that much trouble when it comes to stopping the Panthers' offense in the past game. Now, hopefully, the Jets' cornerbacks can cover the receivers long enough to force Darnold to throw a bad pass or to force him to throw it out of bounds. And if they can't, then we might see some struggles in the passing game. Also, the Panthers' offensive line is going to block successfully at least once in this game. And when that happens, I wonder what the Jets' cornerbacks are going to do. More than likely, the Panthers are probably going to get a first down or maybe even a touchdown in that scenario. But for a majority of the game, the Jets shouldn't have a problem stopping the Panthers' passing attack. Now, how can we stop the Panthers' biggest weapon, Christian McCaffrey? Now, he's a running back, so he's obviously going to be running the ball, and his best skill should be stopped by the New York Jets because our defensive line is just amazing. Now, what I'm worried about stopping is Christian McCaffrey in the receiving game, because in 2019, his last healthy season, he had 1,000 yards rushing and 1,000 yards receiving. I mean, this guy is really versatile, and Darnold's going to be throwing it to him quite a bit because he's going to be under so much pressure. He's going to have to swing it out to his running back a lot in this game. And that's what's really worrying me, because can CJ Mosley, a guy who hasn't played in 2 years, stop Christian McCaffrey? And what happens whenever Mosley can't guard him? Are we going to put Jamie Sherwood and Hazard Nazardine, the 5th and 6th round pick, on him? Or even worse, are we going to put Blake Cashman or Quincy Williams? So that really worries me right there. But overall, I think this Jets defense should do just fine against the Panthers offense. Now, how can our own offense do? Well, I just want to point something out real quick. Zach Wilson, our starting quarterback, is entering his first NFL game where he's going to play an entire 60 minutes and where he's going to play a starting defense. So don't expect him to play like the rookie of the year. Expect him to struggle. Now that I got that out of the way, how do I think our offense is going to do? Well, if you take a look at the Panthers secondary, you'll see that it's pretty weak. They do have J.C. Horn, who had an amazing preseason and should do solid in this game, but other than Horn, they don't really have anyone else in their secondary. So the Jets receivers should find some success. Also, our offensive line now is actually solid, and while the Panthers do have a pretty solid pass rush, most of their amazing players are on the left side of the line. So Mekhi Becton and Elijah Vera-Tucker shouldn't have a problem stopping Brian Burns and Derrick Brown. Also, how can the run game do? I definitely think it's going to do good. I mean, Morgan Moses, who I think is going to start at the left tackle, at the right tackle position, was one of the best blocking right tackles in the NFL last season. Mekhi Becton and Elijah Vera-Tucker also are probably the best left side blocking duo in the NFL. I mean, Mekhi Becton is nicknamed Highway 77, and Vera-Tucker was the best run blocking offensive lineman in this entire draft class. So I also think this offense is going to do well. So who's going to win this game? The New York Jets. We're going to win the game 24-21. Well, that is all I got for you guys today. If you enjoyed, let me know by hitting the subscribe and like button. Check me out on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Jude_Jets. And comment down below who you think is going to win the game, the Jets or the Panthers. And I'm your host, Jude, signing off for now. See ya. Peace.